Well, hello everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Also, this is MarcusWolfe for those of you who don't know, but I think you know by this point. I totally forgot my name. I was gonna start, you probably heard the whoop and then continue on. I was gonna say something else, and then I butchered the intro, but you know, it's what it is. Last we left off, we finally finished the investigation phase. It only took 4 episodes, roughly 40 minutes each. 80 minutes, 120 minutes, 2.5 hours. God, that is way too long for an investigation, but we got some good things. Something to work with on this trial, and now, hopefully, we can get Maggey innocent after the sham of a trial that she apparently had. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor! Maggey! Oh, it is Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe! Oh, you doing alright? How you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Oh, don't let him get you down, Maggey. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. On you! Yeah? You better square this case away, got pal? Maggey's innocent, you hear? If you screw this up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. Ooh. God, I actually think he's being serious. Hey, detective. You're on our side for once, right? Yep. So, you'll be able to help Maggey out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. I got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the false witness on stand today. Something I say don't mess with the fox. Just make sure to point out, alright? Sure. Okay. Form of the United Front today, pal. You got me? I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only hope. It's not gonna go smooth. I can see it now. I see it. I see it now. It's always been inside of me. This is totally not Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh god, I'm sorry. I had to do it. I need to play that game again. Sonic Unleashed. My god. Okay, quick sidebar. I played that game. It came out summer 2010. Yeah, summer 2010, I believe. And that was right when I graduated high school. So I played it. I finished it about like 4 or 5 months later. I heard that song. And that song has been in my mind ever since. The lyrics, the melody... It spoke so much to me, and I have not forgotten it since. This past, 15 years at this point now, I've never forgotten it since. It's just resonated with me so hard, the lyrics of the song. That's why I love Sonic the Hedgehog music of the, of the 1999 and 2010 era. That the songs in that time frame were just, oh, great, beautiful. I mean, not saying that the ones now aren't beautiful, but I resonate more with that time period than I do with the ones currently. But bangers all around still. Alright. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggey Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. I really meant to say, but then I literally choked at the last I don't know if you heard that, it's like a horse sound. Whoops, Godot. Bitter. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? What's wrong? Nothing. It's just, whenever I addressed you in your previous trial, your response was, "You talking to me." It was a little... Well, it was a little intimidating. No, that wasn't me, Your Honor. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty... So, Mr. Godot, Your opening statement, if you will. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. Well, but I already told you I am the real Phoenix Wright. Oh, I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That is what I intend to find out today. There's really no denying it. Behind that mask, it's a man who, for some reason, really hates me. As I probably should not have started this episode 10 seconds after the last one. My voice is so dead. And we're only 5 minutes in. God damn it. Help me. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once before, last month. Therefore, I will not stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of evidence presented. I'm not planning on repeating anything the phony me said, that's for sure. Now then, Mr. Godot, please, summon your first witness. And please, voice, stay working. I am losing it. Let's start with the formality, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation. Sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation Gumshoe. Other way around, Detective. Sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy was on the initial investigations titled with another right now. Oh, I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control. For our sake. Oh, I see. Well, Detective Gumshoe, would you care to outline the basic facts of this case to us? Yes, sir. So, the victim's name's Glenn Elk. He was a professional programmer. He was on payroll at Blue Screen Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. Court accepts this into evidence. Glenn Elg's autopsy report. Potassium cyanide poisoning. Oh my goodness. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. Potassium cyanide. Oh my god. That is a fast-acting poison, yes, but you don't die immediately from it. Damn. So that man must have eaten or drank something and then died soon after. Oh, boy. Doomed the moment you ate the poison. Consumed the poison, I should say. Wow. On here at the floor plan at the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right there. The poisoned coffee was brought to him over by the the waitress. The waitress being the accused. Yeah. Well, the victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of coffee. Immediately? No, potassium cyanide doesn't work that fast. At the time of the incident, there were two other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Victor Kudo. Still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Très bien, floor pans added. Blueprints of crime scene, X marks the victim's seat. Let me read that real quickly, because I did not get to see it. I mean, we did technically, but... So this is... Well, it makes sense, because that's where the tape was cordoned off. Again, for 1 whole month, a table was blocked off. And this is a small restaurant, only 4 tables, so you lost 25% of your business immediately. If there were any business to begin with. And, of course, the autopsy report. Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. Come, detective. Take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let us have your testimony. Yes, sir. Let my voice hold out, cause I am now out of water. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenelg, he was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. Oh, that stuff really packs a punch. And, well, it looks like Miss Bard might have had... Well, she might have had some kind of motive. Using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case do seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination. However... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? Oh, Your Honor, I already told you that wasn't me last month. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna believe that. Oh dear. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. Can I stop you for just a minute, Detective? Oh, what is it? I'll say something that contradicts the evidence. Oh, God, he's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Well, your testimony just now doesn't match what Miss Bird gave. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that is what she said, and What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by either the owner or the other customer's testimony. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. All the other 2 testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder? But that's the thing, how can 2 people miss an entire live person? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, at the very least, I would like to explore the possibility. No, I should- No, you god- Go back. I pressed the wrong button again. That is so stupid. I need to read the choices a little bit better. That was totally my fault. Now we gotta waste a couple seconds on this. Fast forwarding. Press harder, please. That's all I wanted. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured somehow. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations, right? I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? It looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guilty View. Population, the defendant. Oh no. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning. Oh god. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree that was such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? I mean, we got new evidence, cough cough? Well, it certainly seems to show the victim's table quite clearly. Oh dear. I mean, we did get new evidence, that's important, but at the same time, We dug ourselves a hole. So, okay, so basically this picture was taken from the viewpoint of John Armstrong when he left the kitchen, which is fair because they want to document what he could have seen to make sure everything is kosher. Yeah. Yeah, that's joyful. We're in trouble. Well, we understand that the guy, Glenn Elk, he was listening to the radio at the time. He was listening to his radio. Ah, I had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggey did say that to us too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece? What should I do? Yes, we are so desperate for information. What was the scene like? What did the victim have? You know, that we need more information. And what was it that the victim was listening to, Detective? Oh, how should I know? Oh, God, thanks a lot. Now we're one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it, Nick? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? Well, traces of the poison were found in his coffee cup. So, they were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else. Not sure I get you, pile. Well, was the poison a liquid, a powder? Well, if I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Salt, sugar, pepper. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite? Oh, the victim took his coffee black. No sugar. Well, it seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee. What should I do? So, Glenn prefers straight-up black coffee. I really hate how this keeps pointing to Maggey. Because if he takes it straight-up black, only Maggey could have done something to tamper with the drink. Tell me more, please! And are you absolutely certain the victim even drank his coffee? Oh, what do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective over there. Oh, for me? Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I am not falling for it. If you've the time to waste, you've the time to present that piece of evidence. What piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again? This. Why me? Oh, God. Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Why me? What did I do? Oh, no, remember? This is the victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's coffee cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh, yes, it is unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this. Ugh! Oh dear. For the record, they only printed on the cup where the victims and defendants. The coffee contained potassium cyanide, covered in the victim and Maggey's fingerprints. Upon further inspection of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. What we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. Potassium cyanide? I've heard of that chemical before. And exactly how strong is this poison, Detective? Well, that stuff's lethal. I eat too much on your history. And how much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's enough to finish anyone off. 0.2 grams? And how much is that? Well, you know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could have been easily concealed anywhere. Yeah, that's why I said that is some powerful stuff. Potassium cyanide. It doesn't kill immediately, but boy, when it starts kicking in, I believe you will suffer. You will suffer like no one's business. And, well, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, like, she had some kind of motive. Some kind of motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, he's been blown way out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, Detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. Oh, I don't get it. I'm saying, we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out to do so. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. Well, I said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. It's exactly what we heard yesterday. It'll disappear from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, though, didn't he? But he ended up stealing the wrong one. And is it possible Maggey stole the winning one? Oh, what should I do? We don't know where the winning ticket is. We really don't. And if that's going to be the basis of Godot's motive, I need to know, where is that ticket? How is it connected to Maggey? Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared does not in any way implicate my client. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket! One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a body search of the defendant. What?! Well, there's the implication. Great. If I had a camera, you could see me sarcastically putting a thumbs up and smiling. Oh no. Order! Order! She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court, Prosecutor Godot. Immediately! Oh, you better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. Oh, it was actually quivering. I was just stammering because my voice was dying. A winning ticket for $500,000 found during a body search of Matt. You know, this does bring up a question. If a lottery ticket becomes like a focal point of a crime, who gets the money? Like, no, that's honestly serious. Does the state get the money because technically it's now evidence until the trial's over? Or is it deemed incollectible because it's, you know, that money is now evidence and it can't be collected? I gotta look that up. That is real, because I know people have murdered for lottery tickets before, or stolen it. Well, if it's stolen it and the victim's alive, then you can give it back after investigation, yeah. But what if the victim's dead? Where does the money go? Does it go to the state? Does it go to next of kin? Like, what does it do? I have got to look that up. That is so interesting. So, this ticket was presented to the court in a previous trial as well. But it feels heavier somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough. It seems the facts of this case are overwhelmingly clear. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she was charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There is also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Oh, not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggey is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has already ruled guilty once. They're biased on this. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence. No, it's true. This is already a guilty verdict, and try as a court might to be unbiased and impartial, the fact remains that a guilty verdict exists, and the prosecution can use that against us if they so wish to. They could. So the trial can be as unbiased as possible, but that cloud will forever hang there, legally, being able to be legally used, that she was convicted once already. That this case is basically biased from the start, and we can't control that. He's got more? This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that is not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it? It seems the star of our play was a little flustered and somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there is something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer, which happened to be in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison? In Maggie's pocket? Yeah, Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What?! Order, order, order! The court will accept these items into evidence. Apron. Worn by Maggey at the time of the incident. Has a small pocket, but big stains. What is that red stain, though? And why is Godot not mentioning it? Okay, maybe it's not blood because he's not mentioning it, so it's like, it's unimportant. But this, potassium cyanide, a deadly powdery poison, bears Maggie's fingerprints and found in her apron. Well, there is something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain. And what bloodstain would that be, Your Honor? Don't play games, prosecutor! The bloodstain that's smeared all over the apron! That's ridiculous. No one ever told me anything about a bloodstain. What? But you don't need to be told. Just look at it! Well, detective? Could this stain really be blood? No way, sir! It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. Well, you could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again, detective, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup. Ugh. I thought everyone knew what it was already, though. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all. And you really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation. Yay. More dirt to cover ourselves in this grave that we have ceremoniously stepped into. Oh, the crime was reported at 2:25. What kind of scary old man, sir? Well, Maggey passed out from the shock. Must have been real tough on her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went quite smoothly. When Maggey was searched, we found a lottery ticket and a bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. So you identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court that you're a real lawyer, Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So let the fun begin. In other words, if we can't prove anything wrong here, we're done. Because, again, this is a biased trial. For good reason, because there's already a guilty verdict. And that is really playing against us, that everyone already has a biased opinion. Well, the crime was reported at 2:25 by a kind of scary old man, sir. Scary old man? Well, there was an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. Oh, we're obviously talking about the same old man, Victor Kudo. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? And then he held abuse out of them. And seeds. Seeds? It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even a mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Poor Maggey passed out from the shock. Must have been real tough on her. And how long was the defendant unconscious? Officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggey was still out in the kitchen at that time. Took another 10 or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search too. I would love to see Maggey asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. Detective, you're a professional, not a bird watcher. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need now is to know what you know of this investigation. Well, oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, huh? Anyway, the victim didn't have any identification on him. That is not what I meant. Oh dear. There we go. He didn't have any. So was it stolen? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license. Not even a credit card on him, pal. All they owe was 58 cents. 58 cents? Oh, can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? He's dead after all. Wonder if I'm onto something here. Well, we figured out who he was pretty quick and the investigation went smoothly. So he was dirt poor, despite being a programmer. Well, depending on what kind of programmer he was, maybe he didn't make that much money. Maybe it was low level. And I'm guessing he spent all his money on lottery tickets? If he is poor? Like poor? So that $500,000 was probably quite a boon for him, I suspect. Wait a sec. Oh, I said something dumb again. Allow me to paraphrase what you just testified. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That is what you said, right? Oh, but basically. So in that case, how exactly were you able to identify this victim so quickly? Oh, that. Oh my god, he's so let down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy dog eyes thing going. Oh, there was a prescription bag on the victim's table, along with a lottery ticket. Oh dear. Seems Mr. Glenelg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations. Oh, I ought the victim's name for the medical records so the doc could prescribe the meds. Well, that is a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Ask about his health insurance. I don't know if he has one, but I don't think it's relevant here. Please tell me more about the prescription. So, what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually, the bag we found was empty. What? Oh, completely empty. It was completely empty? The victim got this from the doctor before going to Tribulations. And that was proven by, you know, them going to the doctor to check up on it. So if he just got the medicine, he didn't go home. Otherwise, they would have said that. He didn't go home. He had the medicine on him. So where is it? Huh. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Aren't you desperate, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? No, where is the medicine? If he went straight to the restaurant from the doctor's, he couldn't have lost it. Especially if it's important medication, he couldn't simply just drop it along the way. While Maggey was searched, we found a lottery ticket and a bottle of poison. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, right? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence into her pocket? Oh, you nailed it, pal! Happens to me all the time. I had a department party out of the day. When I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So trite. Someone planted the evidence in Maggey's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to if I had any. It appears you have nothing to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Please, continue with your testimony, witness. How do you wear the boss's shoes by mistake? How? That was it? Or was nothing else missing from the crime scene? No, there was. I mean, I'll press this first. So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Oh! Huh. Well, it is true that those two items are accounted for. But wasn't there another lottery ticket stolen that day? Oh, yeah. Oh, one the restaurant owner took. They won a whole dollar with it. A lucky guy, huh? And they're just going to let him get away with it? It was just $1, detective. I guess no one cares when it's that little. Except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in his testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. Well, technically, he disturbed the scene of a crime. That is punishable. Why is he not in jail for disturbing the scene of a crime? Gumshoe really isn't giving us anything to work with. And we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us anything. Yeah, it's true. But Maggey and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope now is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe. Be the dumbest you've ever been. They're like Dumb and Dumber. You know, I suppose, yeah, that's true. Maggey is dumb. If you know the movie Dumb and Dumber, Maggey was the blonde guy, because he was not that dumb. And Gumshoe is Jim Carrey's character, who was quite dumb. So, Dumb and Dumber. Oh boy. But no, I know exactly where the problem is. Right here. There was nothing else missing for the— No. Where's his medicine? He brought it with him. It should not be missing. Where is his medicine? Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will ya? You testified earlier that nothing else was missing for the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned earlier was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime? No, I didn't. So then, the victim was given a prescription right before he went to Tribulations. Where did the medicine disappear to? You're too cool, pal! Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? So, the victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine just mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. And if it wasn't given due consideration last time, this could be our in. The order! Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say about that? Tch. That's all. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. But what does the clinic's name got anything to do with it? Fine. Let me see. New ear otolaryngology. I never heard of this word before, and I tried to not fail, and I failed. New ear otolaryngological clinic? Otolaryngol. I don't know what oto is, but larynx is like the throat. Oh, I get it. It's the ear-throat doctor. Well, just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, if you'd say. Does he have an ear injury? A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elg found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum? Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? A topical cream for inside his ear canal. It's not to be ingested. What?! It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. Seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Wait, did it really say that, and I just missed it? It didn't. Oh no, there was more information that we didn't glean through. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten it. Well, it seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case, then. No! Nick! If you don't think of something quick, it'll be over! She's right. But I can't get away with any weak objection. What should I do? Well, we could do something. But I think right now the best thing for me is to stop. Because my voice is dead. It is dying. I can't keep it up any longer. Yeah, this is a good place to stop, right? A cliffhanger. Yay. But no, really. The medicine is missing. Why is it missing? As unimportant as it seems, simply because it's just ear medication. It means nothing, but the fact that it's missing must mean something. We'll figure it out in the next episode. For now, I'm just going to rest and mull over things. Yay. Later, everyone.